Well, today on Nation, a window cleaners podcast, we're talking all about standing out, how to be unique, how to break the noise, and why are you better than the competition. So if you're a window cleaner looking to get into business or any service business, stay tuned to WCR Nation. What's up, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com, and you are here. What is up? If it's your first time here, you know there's lots of things, lots of episodes, lots of things to catch up on. Go back, watch, listen, anywhere podcasts are found, YouTube, all of that. Plus, follow all the media and social media stuff that I do because, that would be great. But if you're not first time here and you are an OG, then what's up? Thank you for listening and following and being here again. Genuinely, absolutely appreciate it. And you people who are out there who have watched or listened to every episode or most of the episodes, man, just absolutely amazing. Anyway, I'll get into the show. I don't want to get all emotional and start crying. I don't want to do that. But no, really, I just wanted to talk today about standing out, right? Unfortunately, a lot of window cleaners or people that get into business, especially a luxury business like what we are, they get into it and going, well, the way that I'm going to get customers is I'm going to be the cheapest. No, that's not it. Yeah, no, if I'm the cheapest, then everybody's like, well, I got to go with them. They're the cheapest. Wrong. You're not selling a commodity that has to be the cheapest. And then people go, well, yeah, but in my area, no, your customers aren't different. Well, yeah, but, I've had people tell me you're more, so I went with the other guy. Of course. You are not going to get every single person. It's not humanly possible. That's why in grocery stores, there's 5 different types of grocery stores in your town. I mean, that is super common. You're not going to get everybody. It's just not possible. Right? If you think you're going to get everybody, then you're missing the boat because you're not selling to somebody. You're trying to sell to everybody. And it absolutely doesn't matter. It also doesn't exist in any product anywhere. There's multiple products of everything out there. If not, it's called a monopoly and the government stops that. So to tell me or to think about it that way, I think it's just really wrong. So I always talk about USP, which is unique selling proposition or unique selling point or whatever you want to say. But the USP, just what makes you stand out? What makes you different? Because the reality of window cleaning or services in general is when you're standing there and say there's 10 different window cleaners, and you're all standing side by side. Or, even worse, you're on the phone and I can't even see people. And the first one goes, hello, ma'am, your windows will be $199. And the next one goes, hello, ma'am, your windows will be $199. And the next one goes, hello, ma'am, your windows will be $199. How does anyone pick? They don't. Because the only thing they knew was price. And the only thing they can go off of is price. If they get the sense that everything's the same, they may go with the cheapest one because it's the only information they know. But we could actually do better, close more sales, and get more people by adding value and telling them why to choose us without telling them why to choose us, right? There's nothing worse than bringing down somebody else's pedestal to try to make your pedestal taller, right? That's those guys, they don't wipe the sills. We do. Don't do that. But what you can do is tell them what you offer versus the next guy. I'll give you another example. Dumb scenario. First person goes, hello, ma'am, your windows will be $199. The next guy goes, hello, ma'am, your windows will be $199. And the next guy goes, hello, ma'am, your windows will be $199, and we offer 100% satisfaction guarantee. If there's anything you're not happy with, you don't pay a dime. We have a 7-day rain guarantee. Yes, we're the only company around that guarantees against Mother Nature. And of course, we're fully insured. We carry a $2 million policy. So if anything happens, your home is covered. Which one are you going to choose out of those? Man, all right, choose that one. Because the value is there. Oh, this is why I want to choose them. Look at all that stuff I get. Right? Infomercials kind of use this concept, sort of. And you know the whole, like, it's licensed, it does the whole thing, and then at the end they go, and if you call right now, we'll double your order. Just pay extra shipping. They're trying to, like, okay, I guess this is kind of, they're adding that extra value. Like, whoa, let's get it. It's cliche, but it works on an understanding, okay? When you're looking at a service, you can add free stuff. I would 1,000% rather add free stuff than discount the price. Because when you're getting into window cleaning, maybe you guys are, experienced in this. Maybe this is what you did in the beginning, or maybe you are in the beginning and you've done this. And please comment if you have. But a lot of times people just, they go, well, I'm going to be the cheapest. And normally it'd be $2.99, but I'll do it for $100 because I'm new. Well, you're still doing the work, the same work. In fact, it's going to take you longer because you have to work harder to get the same results because you're new. It's going to take you longer. Why would you charge less? The part that people don't understand is, first off, they're not their target market. So they think that, well, if I did it for $100, people go, yeah, heck yeah. Nobody wants a luxury service because it's cheap. That doesn't make sense, right? It'd be like, sir, you have 2 clogged arteries and you are going to die unless you have this heart surgery. This first one is, the Mayo Clinic. I don't know that they do heart surgeries, but whatever, right? You have a world-renowned doctor who has done hundreds and hundreds of open heart surgeries, all of them absolutely successful. He's in journals, right? He's done, everything worldwide. People come to study him. He's so good. Or you can have this guy. His name's Chuck, and he'll do it for $300. As a joke, I say this, but think about that. I didn't even tell you the price of the first one, but you're going to choose that one. Well, I'm not going to have somebody cut open my chest and clear out my heart and give me a heart surgery for $300. What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. There's nobody around that would be like, yeah, that's the one I'm going to do. Yeah. You understand there's more to it, right? So when we go back into our services, a lot of times we get in and we go really, really cheap. We go, man, if I do it for $100, normally $300, but I'm going to do it for $100. I'm going to get all these people. Okay, so you do one job at $100. The next time you're like, okay, cool. Hey, thank you so much. We'd love to get you kind of scheduled again. You do your dentist close and you go, but next time it's going to cost you $300, which is our normal price. They're going to go, whoa, no, I'll pass. Because the idea of the increase is blinding compared to the idea of anything. If everybody across the board is $199, $199, $199, $199, $199, you do it for $50, and you think you're going to get somebody, and the next time you go, okay, great, the first one was super cheap, but now we're at $199 just like everybody else. They're like, no, I'll shop around, right? Because they got you for so cheap. There is no repeat. All you did was make less money than you should have ever made, and you can't do a repeat because you can't increase it that much. Even if the price is supposed to be at a certain level, to get to that point is the big hurdle, right? So you shoot yourself in the foot 1,000 times when you focus on price and not who you are, but that also doesn't make you stand out. Here's an interesting thing that is not offensive. I don't mean this to be offensive to anybody, but there are franchises out there. And you guys know I've said this a bunch of times. I have customers in every kind of service industry, in every kind of big company, little company, franchises, startups. I love them all, genuinely. But in the idea, when you look at a lot of the stuff that goes out and people go, well, yeah, people buy they go with this company, and then they realize that they just suck and they have to get right. But now what happens is, and this isn't me saying this is what you guys say, I don't agree with this, but you say, well, because this other company or this new guy or everybody, they're all charging less, so it's harder for me to charge more because blah, 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 blah. So if you believe that, then why would you be the cheap guy, right? So anyway, unique is not cheap. Less money does not make you unique. It dumbs down the quality of this stuff. It dumbs down your quality. It doesn't add any value, and it doesn't make people buy, and it gets you the wrong customers, and it makes it harder to have an actual company with the customers. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to be unique. We're trying to stand out. We're trying to have, okay, all those other people are this. This is what we do. And I preach this so often because one of the $1 million questions, one of my favorite questions to ask somebody who knows it all, right? And listen, I'm a dummy who sits in front of a computer and talks to myself. Like, I've said that a bunch of times. It's literally what I do. I get it. But maybe by just listening to me or any of these other people that talk about stuff, maybe it just opens your mind. Don't do what I ever say. Just hear it and maybe make your own decisions, right? But with that all being said, I ask people who know everything. You've seen those people. And I go, okay, let me ask you this question. What's your USP? Oh, we are the friendliest window cleaners in town. So no one else is friendly? Well, I mean, there's one time one of these customers was like, I hired these other people and they were like mean and like they were talking on their phone. Oh, that one time it happened? So, but you don't think that any other company is friendly? You don't think that any other company portrays friendly? No other company uses pictures of their techs smiling as they're cleaning? Well, yeah, but I mean, like, once somebody uses us, they're like, oh, we really like you. Right, once somebody uses you that didn't sell anything. Once you get somebody in, you can tell them how awesome you are by showing them. I love building rapport with people. That's great. But people kind of lose that sight when they're talking about being unique. What do you do that makes you unique? Well, we clean the glass and man, we do so good. Or we are the fastest window cleaners in town. Or yeah, those other guys, they don't do good quality. Well, no, I didn't ask what everybody else does. I said, you're unique selling point. We clean, we do good work. So do you think that anybody's hired anybody in any service at all and went, well, this guy's not going to do good work, but I'm going to hire him anyway? No. The assumption is that every company's going to do good work. So you can't use that. That's every company. Until you prove them wrong, it's every company. It's not unique. What makes you unique? And when I ask this question and people don't know, and I kind of push them a little bit, they go, oh gosh, let me think. It's that's not what makes you unique is like days of thinking, putting every piece there, right? And every time we talk about being unique, every time we talk about standing out, every time we talk about you breaking the noise, and I go, well, 100% satisfaction guarantee, 7-day ring guarantee. I like those, right, to start, and we'll go into some other ones. But everybody goes, well, yeah, there's other people in my city that have the 7-day ring guarantee. Yep. Well, that's not unique, right? But on every close and every time do they tell them all of the things? Being unique is giving people value, right? And here's the crazy thing. When I say 100% streak-free guarantee, you're going to be 100% happy or you don't pay us a dime. People go, well, I'm not doing that because people, they would just get free window cleaning. Okay, if that's the case, let me ask you this. Have you ever cleaned someone's windows and they went, whoa, look at this window. This is all messed up. And you go, nah, sucks to be you. You need to pay me. No, not ever. Not ever, I hope. Probably some of you might have. No, if you're listening to this podcast, you've never have. But there are companies out there that probably have done that. They're not in business anymore. Or they're the ones that go, I don't know, I charge $50 for a house and I have 7 customers this month, so I'm doing pretty good. But you're not going to do that. So why not take that and make it into a rock steady guarantee? If somebody's like, oh, I have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Cool, so do we. But ours is 100% streak-free guarantee, and you don't pay a dime. I'm going in to give them the value of this guarantee because you're not going to leave a job that's crap anyway. I hope not. You're going to make it right. And when they're happy, okay, thanks for touching that window up. Yeah, does it look good? Yeah, it looks great. You're doing that anyway. But to bring it up brings the value to the face, right? Well, we're fully insured. Yep, so is the other guy. Okay, we carry a $2 million policy so that if anything happens ever with us, your home is protected. We've never once in 20 years claimed anything on insurance, so I don't plan on anything happening, but you never know. We want to make sure that you are absolutely covered. Everybody's got insurance. Well, most people have insurance, but what I did was explained it. I told you how much we have. People go, I'm not going to tell them how much insurance I carry because then they're going to take all my money and they're going to sue me for. That's up to the lawyers on the thing. If somebody's going to claim something, it goes to the insurance company, they're going to fight it. Insurance companies don't make money by just going, huh? Oh, they did what? Oh, yeah. Oh, here's a couple $1 million. That's not how it works. And people are insured, but you've explained it in a way that it shows them value. And you used words like home. I protect your home. Now all of a sudden they're feeling the home. A home is not a house. A house is a dwelling. A home is a place their family is. Right? I'm protecting you. I'm not making it about me. I'm making it about you. We're fully insured. Okay, that's not about me. That's about you. Good for you guys. No. You are absolutely covered with peace of mind. $2 million insurance against your home. If anything happens, you're protected. Right? I'm adding value by saying some of the things that everybody else has. Then we get into ones that I think are absolutely amazing, but what do you offer that they don't offer, right? I think that most people get messed up in the idea is that they think about what they're impressed about. I had this happen one time, and a local guy, buys a bunch of new equipment for his company. He's launching this company, right? And we had an event where the mayor came, the mayor of our town, whatever. It's not that big of a thing. He set up this big thing and was advertising on all his pages that he's going to show the mayor all of his state-of-the-art equipment. And this guy, who's got to put up with everybody, he's like, oh, walking around his truck, he's like, wow, this is very impressive, man. And they took video. Nobody cares. Are you going to do a good job? Are you going to do what you have to do? Like, you are impressed by the equipment. You're impressed by all the other stuff. People go, man, well, we have this, this, and this. And the customer goes, huh, okay. Like, I would expect to hire a professional company, you'd have good stuff, right? So we're not trying to find out stuff that impresses us. We're trying to find stuff that impresses the customer, the potential customer, the clients, everybody. What are their pain points? First off, I don't know, I'm going to have somebody in my house. How do I trust them? Okay. Well, and, every time I clean the windows, it takes me all weekend, and they turn out like crap, right? The streaks all over. They look worse than they did before. I'm terrible at this. Okay. And I hate it. I'm not spending all weekend doing this when, gosh, it's finally getting nice out. I can see birds and stuff. I want to see all that, but I also want to golf. Okay. You've now taken all of their actual issues. Nobody said, well, I want to have a company that has some really good brand equipment. Nobody says that. That doesn't impress them. That's not a selling point to them. That's not a unique point because they still have to care about it. Like if I'm like, I'm the only company around whose name is Jersey. They're like, oh, that's unique, but I don't care about that, right? So we're trying to find the things that people care about, how we can add value, but how we can be unique in how we add value, right? Okay, people don't trust us? Perfect. Well, I know we're new to you, so I want to give these guarantees in hard writing. You're going to be absolutely ecstatic with what we do. And if you're not, you don't pay a dime. So you don't have to worry about that. Well, yeah, but I'm just going to get some guys there. They're going to be slapping around, breaking window. Absolutely don't have to worry about that. We carry a $2 million policy. The guys go, wow, $2 million in my house. They've burned the whole house down. It's not even, man, like, okay, I'm covered. These aren't fly-by-nighter guys, right? All of our techs are trained and certified with our company, and all of our techs have name badges with their pictures so you know who it is and who they are when they show up. Every truck we have is fully wrapped, so you know you can trust us when we're there. All of these little things where you're like, well, yeah, lots of companies do, but nobody's explained why that makes them unique. Nobody's put it in a way where they go, oh, wow, gosh, these guys, I mean, I'm not going to be worried about who's coming to my house. That, they show up, they got these beautifully wrapped vehicles. I know that they're legit. Well, yeah, lots of companies have wrapped vehicles, but I told you why I wrapped them. I made it unique to me, right? And the more things you add to this list of things that actually matter to the customer, the more unique you get. Because, let's be honest, most companies in every industry is going to have 100% satisfaction guarantee. They're going to be fully insured. They're going to have trained techs like that. Boom, boom, boom. I've listed all those things, and I'm unique because the next guy, your windows will be $199. Yeah. The other guy's $199 too, or the other guy's $220. But for an extra, X amount of money, I get all this other stuff. Nobody questions it after that, and it has like, whoa, we gonna do that too? It's too late. Yep, too late. That's what's unique, right? That's what sets you apart. That's what gets you business. Genuinely gets closes. Now, there's lead generation, which is completely separate. That's how you get people to call you, right? That's advertising, marketing, SEO. All that stuff, right? What absolute amazing SEO stuff can do for you, especially if you're using my buddy Justin. You know what that could do. But here's the other thing. Once they get to you, now what you're trying to do is not only give them a price and get them instant quotes right over the phone, boom, 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 but guess what? You may be on the fence. Here's what makes us awesome. They're like, dude, this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. Of course, I got to go with you. Like, look at all this extra stuff that you get, right? But wait, there's more. That tagline is what secures the sale, right? That's what we're doing when it comes to like being unique and selling that or whatever and all of that stuff. Well, let me talk to my wife. Somebody said that to you, right? Or let me mull it over. Absolutely. Let me give you a little bit more information about us, just so you know. When you're looking at other companies, you have then something to compare to. But we have 100%, and you go into your whole thing and explain everything. They go, oh, wow, geez, okay. Guess what? Anybody else they call isn't bringing all those things up, right? So you still win. You still have it. Your follow-up, you go, hey, we're that company. And they go, oh, yeah, you're the one with all that stuff. You know what? Let's just do it. I feel good. I feel good about this, right? Transactions happen when both parties are happy, right? Somebody goes, yeah, it's $473,000 for this Lamborghini. And you go, man, my budget was like $20,000, but so much money. Oh, I hate buying. Yes, okay, nobody does that, right? They have a need or a want or desire or whatever. They're happy, like, oh, it's $475. That's not, that is a lot of money. But they're happy paying that for that thing. That comes back to in any business, right? Two people have to be happy in the transaction for the transaction to go. It's the same thing with you. And somebody comes to you and you go, hey, your windows will be $499. You give them your whole spiel and they go, yeah, I'll give you $30. You're not going to be like, yeah, well, I'm going to lose money on this. Yeah, let's do it. No, that's not how transactions happen, right? Even in the movies and when you're on Facebook Marketplace and everything else, and somebody says that, they're still happy with the money that they got. But if somebody comes to you and you go, yeah, my job is supposed to be $499, but this guy's going to give us $30. You don't go, this is the worst thing we've ever done. Yes. No. Because it doesn't make sense, right? And this is an exaggerated example, I understand. But when you look at the concept, everybody's got to be happy. So what you're doing is trying to make the customer happy. And the way that you do that in general, just USP, this is selling, this is all of that, is you figure out where their pain point is, right? What is the things that they're not happy about, or that they think could go wrong, or that fill in the blank. Why would somebody not hire you? And if you're newer in business, of course, you go, well, because there's somebody cheaper. Then you didn't tell your value. Like that. Do you really think $20 off would have gotten you the deal? Do you think $20, somebody cares about $20? I mean, 1% maybe? I don't even know that high. No, you just didn't explain to them what you were getting. And you're like, yeah, no. Okay. My favorite phrase, I'm going to give it to you right now. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you have to buy something from me. You either have to pay me $1, $10, or $1,000. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. What would you buy? A lot of people don't always buy the cheapest because they associate cheapest with being crappy, right? So they're going to go mid and go, well, $10, whatever. It's a gamble. Let's see what we get. Maybe it's a piece of gum. Whatever. I'm not doing $1,000. I don't even know what I'm getting. Then I say, okay, cool. So what you're getting is a brand new Ferrari. We're running this promotion. We want to get somebody into a Ferrari that may not be able to have a Ferrari or has never owned one. What would you pay now? There's no limit. I would say I will buy 10 of them at $1,000 because now I know the value. In my heart of hearts, I understand the value. No, I don't want to buy a dollar. I'll pay you $1,000. Heck, I'd pay you $10,000 for a Ferrari. Are you kidding me? I'll go find the money. I know the value now, right? So when you come back into that same thing in the backside, you go, well, that guy's cheaper. That's why I lose all my customers because they're cheaper. Well, you suck at telling them why they should choose you. You know that you're the best choice, right? You know you're better than those guys because a lot of you are on Facebook telling me that you know, right? And I love the conversation because eventually people kind of change. There's only one person on Facebook that I absolutely despise. Most of you know. Just absolutely despise this person. But everybody else, even when they're like, I think you're wrong. Cool. I absolutely probably am. Maybe. At least this is just my opinion, so I guess I can't be wrong if it's an opinion. But think about it. Maybe it opens up and you find almost every company after doing this for a few years goes, oh, you know what my biggest mistake was? My biggest mistake was that I thought I was selling on price. Look at that. We do posts all the time for that to kind of get people talking so that other people can learn from other people's experience. That's the biggest mistake people make is they're like, man, I didn't know what we were really doing. I didn't know we were selling. I didn't know. And then I'm one of those guys that go, well, I don't make any money to advertise. I don't know how these other guys are. I'm not even going to have insurance because those are lowballers. Those are the guys that don't exist anymore because they can't afford to exist. You think the new guys are taking all your work. You think the cheapest guys are taking all the work. You think, I don't know how these guys can be in business. And your brain instantly goes, well, those guys are getting everything. That idea is absurd. You're looking for excuses, which your body kind of just naturally does. You're trying to figure out things, right? Humans are inquisitive and we want to know answers, right? We hate when things are not answered. So we try to come up with things and we go, that's got to be it. Well, let's really look at it. This new company that you're now seeing wrapped their vehicle, and now you're like, oh my gosh, these guys are doing... You've just fallen into the same trap thinking that that's a great company because of their great image. But yet your image isn't better. You're still the one going, well, I don't need all that. But you just did it for that, right? And then on top of that, you think because they're cheaper, they're taking all the customers. Because this one customer one time was like, hey, the other guy will do it for half. And you just went, oh, well, good luck with that. I mean, people put responses out there to customers. They're like, hey, this other guy's $100 cheaper, so we're going to go with them. The response to that is not like, well, they're going to screw things up, and I guess don't call me when they do. No. Explain what makes you unique. Explain why you're what you are. The biggest mistake in all of this is thinking that we sell on something else and not making yourself unique and just falling into the herd and then going, I don't know, it doesn't work. Well, this guy must have daddy's money because he's doing well. They have like 10 trucks. Do you think there's some magic that people have, or do you think that they understand this piece? If you want to increase your sales literally now, figure USP. Figure what makes you unique, because then you sell that. Here's the thing. I had a window cleaner buddy who was also a magician. He was a really good magician, by the way. He was like a professional magician, then got into window cleaning. And somebody told him one time, because he was like, man, I don't know how to charge, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I'm going to put the guy's name out there. I've said this story 100 times, but his name's Michael Geller, okay? The guy said to him, he goes, well, you can charge whatever you want. He goes, I can't. And these other guys are cheaper. He goes, be Michael Geller. There's one of you. And if they want Michael Geller, they will buy Michael Geller. You don't go, oh, I want Michael Geller, so I'm going to go buy this Tom Smith guy. Be unique, because then they have to buy you. If they buy anybody else, they're getting something else, right? If they pay for window cleaning from another company, they are not getting you. And if you explain that, who you are as a company best, they have to be okay with not getting all of that awesome stuff, because guess what? It's unique to you. If you're like, well, I know this and the other guy's got the same stuff, then it's not unique now, is it? Go back to the drawing board. Be unique. Break the noise. Make people want you, because there's only one you. And if there isn't only one you, you're screwing up. You're not unique. Be unique. Right? Anyway. All right. Well, either way, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you listening to me. I didn't do the shameless plug in the middle, and I apologize, but I got on a little bit of a tangent. But if you need anything, hold on. I'm going to give you my number. Take it down. Send me a text. I would absolutely love to be your rep. I get texts all the time just like, hey, Jersey, just saving your number. And they've sent me a text so that it saves in their phone. That's awesome. But my number is 862-312-2026. I'm a rep for windowcleaner.com is what I do. It costs you not one penny extra. In fact, you probably will save more money, because if there's sales or there's free gifts or any of that stuff, fitment issues, and maybe something's overbought or purchased wrong, I'm here to help. And I'll put that order in. It costs you nothing extra. It takes no extra time just to text me and be like, yo, Jersey, it's in my cart, but I get credit for it and I can buy more hair gel. I could also exist on this planet, which I kind of want to continue to exist. So thank you for that. Also, if you haven't gotten a subscription to the American Window Cleaner magazine, do it. Please. Absolutely. It's an awesome magazine. If you haven't gotten it yet, I beg you to get that, because for $69 you are going to be able to nerd out every single month with a magazine to your door, learning lots of things, even just opening up your brain. Just the longer you stay in the mindset, the better your company is. It's just another way. It's $69. It's nothing. It's less than an hour's worth of work. Plus you get the sticker sheet, which is kind of cool. So go do that. Also, you guys know, if you are finally getting a CRM this year, Jobber's down below. Jobber's absolutely insanely amazing. 20% off for like 6 months too is down in the comments. And then I have a discount code for WCR Print too, because everybody's getting ready for print, and man, they have everything. So go do that also in the comments. More importantly, until next week, hopefully you find out what's unique about yourself. Plus, if you do, tell me what makes you unique. But more importantly, go out there and be epic.